Before we get into the episode, the program, we got to use the fair use. This is about to be the realest thing you ever hear. Because my man Jay is putting his whole career on the line, telling how he feel.
Every day of my life, I approach it with a state of empathy, right? Regardless of what color, what creed, what race you are, I look at people as human beings. I think that's important. But life is always about taking a stand and holding principles. So I want to explain what I feel like my stance is as a black male in this world, okay? And conversations that I've had with my brothers and sisters in the black community. And I want you guys to empathize with it and hear me on it. So when I hear what Kyrie Irving has to go through in order to be reinstated, I'm appalled. I'm appalled.
It's crazy.
And let me give you examples of how I feel like we don't have the same energy and hold other people who have dealt with racial tropes accountable. So when Sarah Silverman does blackface, or when Don Imus says nappy-headed hose, or when Howard Stern calls somebody the N-word in the skit, or when Brett Favre takes money from the state of Mississippi, we don't ask them to get sensitivity training. We don't ask them to donate $500,000. We don't ask them to meet with the Black National Caucus. They apologize, and then, you know what? The rest of the world moves on. But what I feel like is happening here, and that's how in the black community, like, we've been told that's how the process works, right? Think about that word. That's how the process works. Oh, somebody does a blackface. Oh, it was a misunderstanding. We got it. Okay. You know, is that person really racist? Probably not. Was it ignorant? Probably so. Okay, we understand it. We move forward. We don't like it. We would love to hold them accountable. But society and having a lot of black people in positions of power, we don't have the governability to do that. But what we feel like happens with Kyrie is even after an apology, it's not enough.
Facts.
We feel like there needs to be more. And a lot of
apologize already.
The last couple of days,
and y'all want this man to kiss y'all ass on national TV, basically.
Breaking. And so we talk about tropes. This is something that we feel like in the black community that happened way back in the day, where if there was a slave that was defiant, right, he got broken in front of everybody in order to show that he was not in the position of power. And that at the end of the day, he had to do what he was told to do because that's what was mandated of him. And there's a bigger situation going on. What's happening with Kyrie Irving? If the Nets don't want him to be there, just say you don't want him to be there. But we should hold everybody accountable, even owners of teams accountable, with things that are happening in other countries, i.e. China and Uyghurs and the Muslim genocide that is occurring, that we hear Enes Kanter talk about. But we don't keep the same energy for everybody. We pick and choose what conversational points we want to make more polarizing. And I might lose my job. I might lose deal opportunities in the future for speaking out about even the platforms that continue to promote and profit a movie that is considered anti-Semitic.
Shaq.
To billions of people.
It played at your movie theater, Shaq.
Accountable. Who is accountable? But we're going to put everything on the shoulders of
But you coming down on Kyrie? Make it make sense.
I cannot be anti-Semitic because
Amazon.
if I know where I came from, stating that he's one of the 4
y'all play this man
tribes.
film. Why y'all not getting in trouble?
Saying that blacks and Jews come from the same entity, the same thing. But we don't want to understand nuance. We want to be triggered by words, and we like fire, and we like things that are, you know, going viral on social media, and everybody has some kind of hot take, and we're calling people idiots, and we're calling people names because that's what we do. We just destroy each other. I ain't gonna destroy each other, man. I'm not gonna do that. Is Kyrie Irving anti-Semitic? Hell no. Could he have gone about it maybe a different way? That's what I would have advised him to do. But I'm not gonna let you guys sit out here and make this dude out to be like he is a villain, like he is a bad person. He is looking to explore his heritage. Now, you can crucify me if you want. I don't give a damn anymore. It's time for people to start speaking out with nuance and speaking out on the principles they stand for. That's all I'll say.
Okay. This is Rose explaining his side of the Kyrie situation.
And let me just say this out loud. It's very important. I did more for this culture before 9 a.m. today than most people gonna do in their lifetime. Just because I don't think Kyrie should be derailing the next season, just because I don't believe that the lady's name should be exposed based on the fact that the power dynamics are at play and it's more to the Ime situation than most of you guys know. If I'm not trumpeting what is low-hanging fruit, that don't make me a sellout. And by the way, I was with the great Sir Charles Barkley last night. And we had a 2-hour conversation about this. 2-hour conversation.
2 hours?
In person. Had a 2-hour conversation with Charles Barkley about this. Just because I don't agree with Kanye or Kyrie, that don't mean that I'm cooning for the man. That means that I don't believe what he's doing is right. That's a fact. And so it's important for people that look like me, Jacoby, in particular, to not politicize what's happening with Kyrie and Ime and Kanye and shoot the messenger. I ain't gonna always ride with somebody just because they black. If I think you wrong, I don't care what color you are. That's just being real. I ain't about to be following behind nobody that I think is wrong. And let me tell y'all something else. What he doing ain't an act of civil rights. He's not being oppressed. He ain't being oppressed. He getting $40 million to play basketball this year. He ain't being oppressed.
Now, who do y'all think was right or wrong? Are you on Rose's side or you on Jay Will's side? How do y'all feel about the situation? But, Rose, I do think them people sat down and talked to you because you've been backpedaling on a lot of stuff, apologizing a lot lately. You was rocking with Kyrie at first, and now, look at you. Me, I think Jay Will might got you on this one, man. You got a lot of explaining to do, even though you did do a lot for the black community. Rose has done a lot for black community schools. He opened up a school. He does a lot of stuff for the kids, especially in the Detroit community. But, man, sound like them people done got to you, cuz. Anyway, subscribe, like, leave something in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about the situation, who was right and who was wrong on this. It's always good to be on the right side of history. Always good. Subscribe, like, share. Leave something in the comments. I'm out.